What's up, my Vina loves? This is Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. Most of you are aware that when the announcement came out that Cynthia Bailey was going to be on Celebrity Big Brother, I posted about it. I congratulated her, wish her well, and, give my little 2 cents on how to play the game. And if she played her cards right, she will last longer and all of those things. I also read social media reaction because before Cynthia Bailey was announced that she was going to be on the show, it was also announced, or the rumors is going around, that that girl over there, Cynthia Bailey, former BFF, Nene Leakes, and Tiffany from I Love New York and Flavor of Love, they were going to be on the show. So imagine people being excited because those two together, their personality is like off the roof. And then compared to Cynthia Bailey, who is the complete opposite. So there were some people that were disappointed. So I read those comments. But for the most part, I said, in summary, I said if she finds a balance in between, 50 Cent and the Love and Light character, and she used it correctly, she will last longer. But it's not working out too well for Cynthia. Now, I have to do things in order, okay? I know most of you are furious based on what happened a few nights ago and Cynthia Bailey being her true self, the queen of flip-flopping, okay? But I'm not posting that first. I recorded this video when everything happened between her and Todd, okay? So we're going to talk about that first because that happened first. And then I will come back in a few hours and post a video that most of you want my review on, when she and Carson started to listen to Todrick. That will be next.
What we're not gonna do.
That's the tough part.
That's what we're not gonna do.
The tough part is we became friends.
If you ain't with me, don't be with me.
Listen.
If we ain't good, let's not be good.
Well, listen, let's
go with your people. Go with your people. I rock with you. I've tried to be supportive to you. I made my decision. I didn't owe you anything at that point. So do what you gotta do. Keep your word. Please vote me off. I don't want you vote.
I had a few footage that I was going to show. I figured out because this wasn't the live televised episode and it was on streaming that I could get away with it. However, it still belongs to CBS and I know that. And so because they were longer clips, like 2 minutes each, a little over 2 minutes, they all received a copyright, strike and warning on my private channel that I use to test my videos before posting them here. You can see I even underline it in red for you all to see. So because of that, I will have to basically explain the rest of what happened, okay? So in summary, Cynthia and Todd Bridges are having a conversation about loyalty and who's going to vote for who and all of that. And Cynthia is basically saying, she didn't have no loyalty to him because he was never a part of her alliance, her friendship, her team, or nothing. So basically, she doesn't owe him anything. But it's the way how she was moving, okay, and carrying on while he sat there the entire time, okay. Now, there was one moment where after Cynthia was done expressing herself, she walked away, okay. She walked through the room where Todrick was sitting. As you can see, I'm going to insert little clips here and there without sound, just so you see what I'm talking about on the screen. She walked in this room. Todrick called and said to her that if she wants to talk, okay, later on, he would love to talk to her whenever she's available. She said no, she doesn't want to talk. In summary, I don't like how the game is being played, but I'm going to continue to be, love and light Cynthia Bailey. She didn't say love and light. I'm saying it. I'm going to leave with my integrity and with class. I'm basically not going to allow this game to end me, ruin me. I'm not going to do it. She leaves that room. She goes in the room that she shares with Carson and whoever else. They start to have a conversation. She's upset. At this point, it could have been done with. No screaming, no bleep you too, they threw the F word at each other. No walking up and it's about to happen. Because she walked away, he was still sitting down. She barely gave him a chance to get a word in, and now she's in her room. But no, that wasn't enough. She turns around and said, and another thing, and this is the clip of her walking back into his direction, okay? Cynthia is still absolutely on her side. But remember, when this all started, she was further away in the kitchen. Now she's closer to him. Look how close she is to him, okay? She's not in his face, but this right here, they're very close to each other at this point. This is when he said, okay, I've been sitting down, I've been cool, I've been chilling. I can barely get a word in, but I'm not about to sit here and be no punk and you being condescending and screaming and doing all of this. You walked away and now you're back in another thing. That's when he got up. This is where he went wrong. 100% absolutely wrong. You don't walk up on anybody, especially a woman, in an aggressive way, like you're about to do something. As he walking towards her, Cynthia is walking towards him. He said he wasn't going to do anything to Cynthia. He was simply getting closer so they could have a talk. Okay? He wasn't going to do anything to her. Now, when someone is walking up on you, you don't know what they're about to do. But either Cynthia sensed that, or she was just too hyper, to fully understand what was happening, because she walked towards him. She did not walk away from him. I don't know if she was like pulling one of those, I dare you to do it and go home. And I don't know what she was doing. But as he's walking towards her, she's walking towards him. He claims he was simply getting close for them to have a conversation. But like I said, when you're walking up on someone and doing all of the stuff he was doing, the other person, they don't know. Okay? Now, yes, Cynthia was doing all of the things he was doing, waving her hand and pointing her fingers and all of that. The difference is she stayed on her side of the room for the most part, until she turned around and said, and another thing, and then got closer to the table. And then he said, oh, you want to get close? I can get closer. Of course, Lamar was clapping. Here's Lamar with a smirk on his face, laughing, okay, at the whole situation. People saying that Lamar was the one who instigated the whole situation. Just a hot mess. Eventually, he walked away screaming, bleep you, as in F you. Cynthia responded, F you too. Of course, her husband. I mean, he's going to back up his wife. Mike Hill went on Twitter and he tweeted this, yeah, he was angry. Forgive the typos. He was upset. Okay. Forgive me if I'm about to sound repetitive in the next segment. It's only a minute and a few seconds long. It's just that how sometimes you say the same thing, but when you said it before, it sounded different and your breakdown was a little different, even though in summary, it's basically the same thing. That's what's happening here. I had to fill in some parts and record some parts of the video over because the whole copyright situation just completely changed the mood of the video. So this is what I said about the situation that I just talked about, but I said it in a different way, and I included pictures and I zoomed in and I was very detailed, and I just want to include this part. So if it's repetitive, just skip it, but just giving you a warning real quick. Let's go ahead and listen. Billy, Todd is sitting down the whole time. Cynthia is standing up, raising her voice. Lamar is right there the whole time. Okay? Todd is sitting down with his drink in his hand. I'm not defending this man. I'm just giving you a play-by-play. He is sitting down with his drink in his hand, listening to Cynthia Bailey carry on as she's standing up, pointing her finger, and being loud. Okay? There goes Cynthia. There goes Carson right there. Lamar is right there with her. There's Cynthia's finger, pointing her hand, being mad. Carson's right there. Lamar is right there. Todd is still sitting down as Cynthia carries on. He's sitting the whole time. So absolutely, call him out on his ish for thinking he can walk up on a woman. Who do you think you are? But also call Cynthia Bailey out on her ish. That's all I'm saying. Not defending him. Will never ever do that. Ever do that. But call both of them out. So my opinion, after breaking everything down, they were both wrong. And like I said, he could have handled everything from his side of the room. Do your thing from your side of the room. You did not have to walk up on her. Now I know I talk about that man walking up on Kenya Moore all the time. So I will never be a hypocrite and say this man walking up on Cynthia Bailey, it's okay. I don't care who I rock with and how I feel about the other housewives, or if I'm not here for someone. Just because I'm not here for someone sometimes doesn't mean I'm going to ever back up someone for being wrong. He was absolutely wrong for walking up on Cynthia Bailey the same way how that man in Miami was wrong trying to fight her. The difference with my commentary is I'm not taking up for the man. I'm not saying that, oh, those women, however, allowed the jealousy that they felt for Kenya Moore to overpower their common sense and actually supported that man walking up on Kenya and said that had he put his hands on her, she deserved it because she provoked people. The same thing they said about her ex. And then Phaedra Parks and Kim Fields went as far as saying that Kenya Moore is the type of black woman that will get black men murdered, okay, by the cops because she will provoke you and then call 911. And of course, you heard the rest. I'm just summarizing at this point, okay? And they got dragged on Twitter. How dare you allow whatever hate you have for this woman overshadow your mindset so badly that this drunk boy, now you're going to call him a man, running, I keep saying walking, no, he was running in Kenya's direction, running up on a woman. Now you're going to sit here and excuse his behavior and have the nerve to insult the innocent young black boys and black men that got murdered and insult their families that way, to compare those situations to what this drunk boy was doing to Kenya. They got dragged on Twitter. I don't care how much you're not here for someone, you can't do that. It was only when Candy, who was pregnant at the time, said, wait a minute now, Kenya Moore is not crazy. He's weird. He's doing this, that, and the third. Now, the Portia Williams, the Phaedra Parks, and everybody else who were over here talking about, oh, Kenya is at fault. Kenya. All their tone changed. Portia starts pretending like she wasn't on his side, and now she's listening to Candy. I'm like, what the heck is happening? But it was in that moment that I was like, okay, Candy, I see you. Because she and Phaedra were still cool at that point. At least someone with some sense is standing up and doing the right thing. So, yeah, I will never, ever be a hypocrite like that. And that's the difference with me. I'm very fair in my review. If Kenya said something that does something wrong, I will come on this platform and I will call her out. Even when I do my videos, I say in every single video on Kenya Moore, when I'm defending her, I'm not saying Kenya Moore is a saint, but in this situation, she wasn't wrong. Okay? And I will break it down for the reason why I don't think she's wrong. And if I think she's wrong, I would say, Kenya, you're wrong. When she called Tanya the C word, I said, okay, now, girl, I know she did what she did, but come on now. And that's the difference. And while they were worried about Kenya Moore being the reason why he had a record, he already had a record when he came in the house. This is his mugshot right here. He already had a record. And for those of you who forgot the episode, he was only on the episode because his aunt, I think, was on the episode at the time. Well, on the show. Tammy, the lady in a white robe, she was on the show at the time. The one who came back and scared everybody. Yeah, her. But this video wasn't about Kenya. It's about Cynthia Bailey. But I know I just had to throw that in there since we're talking about people walking up and running up on people. I had more to say, but I really want to get this video up because it's already late and it's been long enough. So whatever else that I have to say, I will say it in that video. And for the last time, for the people who's going to skip all of the times I've said he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, let me say it again. He was absolutely wrong for getting up and walking up into Cynthia Bailey direction. All of the people who were, yes, 50 Cent, yes, Cynthia Bailey, you tell him. Not, oh, Cynthia, okay, girl, kudos for standing up for yourself, but you were tamed too much. What Carson did is the reason why people like Cynthia Bailey and Portia Williams are still struggling at their age to take accountability for certain things, or accountability period, not just certain things. I said for certain things because sometimes, Cynthia, she might try. Portia, yeah, that one is a wrap when it comes to that, okay? What I'm talking about is after everything happened and everyone got up, why just screaming, what's going on? And, he came outside screaming, I don't know who the bleep she thinks she's talking to. And he's basically expressing himself and explaining what happened, okay? So Carson, defending his friend Cynthia Bailey, he said, regardless of what happened, you should never, walk up on a woman. He said it over 150 times, so I don't need to say it again. So Lamar was like, but we are not about to ignore what she did as well for him to get to that point. I'm not excusing his behavior either, but Cynthia was extra, basically, in summary, okay? And Carson kept coming back with, but a real friend would have said what you did was wrong for walking up on a woman. However, yes, my friend, she was emotional. She was in her feelings. She was expressing herself. And you know what? Things just got out of hand. And hopefully, you apologize, she apologized, and we all moved on. And forget the apology. Just simply acknowledging that Cynthia played a role in the whole situation and she too went too far and was tamed too much and extra. That's all. But he just kept defending. I'm like, oh my goodness, he will be perfect, her perfect sidekick on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But the Real Housewives of Atlanta camera are no longer there to protect Cynthia Bailey. However, it is working a little bit because Cynthia Bailey is still there. Most people said she would have been the first one out, and she is still in the game. But we shall see, because the person she had this screaming match with is currently in charge. So we shall see how everything is going to go. Speaking of the Real Housewives of Atlanta production team working in Cynthia Bailey's favor, that's exactly what happened on social media when all of this happened the first time. And that's why I waited to watch the entire episode and the live feed and everything, the streaming and everything, because the images and videos that were released to social media basically show the end of their discussion where he's screaming, shut the bleep up. Cynthia is screaming, you shut the bleep up. And then everyone is like, what's going on? They get up to go and see and hear what's going on. And you see Todd walking out, screaming, saying, I don't know who the bleep she thinks she's talking to. And that's what social media got to see. And then everyone was like, oh my God, he came for Cynthia Bailey. How dare you? And I'm like, oh yeah, the walking up on her part was wrong. But can we see everything from the beginning, how it started and the part that she played in it? And then we're going to call both of them out. He's wrong and she's wrong and move on. So there you have it. Yeah, so that's about it. If I missed anything, I will talk about it in the next video. It probably won't be posted tonight. Thank you all for your patience with me. I'm wishing all of you a safe and amazing weekend, and take care. And here my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.